Good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome to this thing that I do called Thor's Entertainment. I am Thor, and today I'm doing another Fatal Friday video. And Fatal Friday is just this series I do related to Mortal Kombat 1, where I take the main roster and Kameo fighters into the Kombat League, and I try to get unique finishers like Fatalities and Brutalities. For this video, I am returning to the Kameo Jax, and I'm trying to get one of his finishers. I've done one other finisher video for him previously, and the pairing is going to be the same here. I'm pairing up the Kameo Jax with Kitana. And that's pretty much going to be the case for every single finisher video for Jax and Kitana because I didn't really switch it up a whole lot with them. No wait, I'm wrong. In one video I used Kitana Sonya, but everything else was Kitana Jax. In any case, the finisher I am going for the Kameo Jax is going to be the no pain, no gain brutality.
Your friend says that you're interested in me.
Me? I don't know what he's talking about.
Take one. Action!
Now, whenever executing no pain, no gain, what we're going to be trying to do is pop the opponent into the air, and while they are in the air, Jax is going to come on screen, jump into the air, swat them out of the air, put their arms behind their backs, and then proceed to rip both arms out of their sockets. And in my head, Jax is asking the opponent, yeah, how does it feel to have your arms ripped off? Believe me, it sucks, I know. I had not given it much thought before this video, but it is kind of funny seeing Jax basically give someone the exact same treatment he received in Mortal Kombat 9 whenever Ermac ripped off his arms, or in the Mortal Kombat movie where Sub-Zero ripped off his arms. And it has not happened yet in the new era of Mortal Kombat 1, but I have to assume at some point they're going to find a way for Jax to lose his arms again. Just jeez, leave this poor man's arms alone. It's like Kung Lao dying in basically everything he's in, or Bruce Wayne's parents dying in that alley in every single movie ever for Batman. You know, the way Mortal Kombat 1 has been reimagining characters, it would not surprise me whatsoever if they wanted to switch that up and try and deceive the person playing the game. We go into it eventually in like the DLC or something, we think Jax is about to lose his arms, but no, it turns out to be Sonya as the one who loses her arms. I wouldn't love it, but it wouldn't surprise me either. But enough about random hypothetical scenarios for the new era and me just ranting about people losing their arms. Let's go ahead and focus on the battle at hand. In the Kombat League, I am facing off against somebody using Raiden. And in theory, this brutality should not be too bad to get when using Kitana and Jax. Now, like I said earlier, I have not really paired Jax up with any other characters. Like maybe I have in the practice mode, but as far as actual fights that go online, Kitana is the only character that I have used Jax with, which for this brutality is actually pretty fitting because most of the combos I do with Kitana involve me trying to get the opponent into the air anyway. So in theory, it would have been pretty reasonable to expect that I would just do the same thing I've been doing. But then instead of finishing the combo, summon Jax, he grabs him out of the air, and then Brutality Time whenever the fight is over. Oddly enough though, this brutality gave me a little bit of trouble. Now, it wasn't necessarily because I was having trouble getting Jax to grab the opponent to finish the fight, like that happened a couple of times prior to this video, but for some reason my execution probably just was not the greatest, like I was just inputting the buttons wrong, and even though I would finish the fight with Jax grabbing the opponent out of the air, the brutality would not activate. Now, me saying that probably makes it sound like I was trying to go for this brutality for a really long time, but no, I'm probably exaggerating a little bit in my head. It probably just took me like 4 or 5 attempts and then I got the brutality. And like 2 of those, the brutality did not activate whenever I thought it would. But still, it was a little bit of trouble.
Think you'll win this rematch?
I thought so.
Take one. Action!
And since I have not used Jax with other characters, I can't really vouch for how easy this brutality is to get with anyone else. But it seemed like Kitana would have been on the easier side since most of her stuff wants to get the opponent into the air anyway. Like having gotten all the brutalities and fatalities for both Jax and Kitana, my strategy is pretty much the same for every combo I do. Start a combo, special cancel into the fan that knocks the opponent into the air, and then continue the combo in the air. And the idea here was basically just do the exact same thing. Combo into fan that pops the opponent into the air, but don't go into the air yourself, just summon Jax. I mean, I guess that's an oversimplification for the game plan I was going for whenever I was using Kitana and Jax. After all, it wasn't just going for the same combos over and over and over again, although there only are just a few that I probably did end up using. You know, you still got the projectiles, and then you have the trap that Kitana can put on the ground. Like, you have a few different things going on, but yeah. Generally speaking, All the combos I would do with Kitana involve popping the opponent into the air, just finishing that combo with Jax, go for the brutality. Hopefully you'll be good to go. Hopefully it won't take you as many tries as it did me to get this brutality. And now I went on a bit of a tangent earlier about how this brutality is kind of ironic coming from Jax, considering he is ripping off people's arms when he himself had his arms ripped off on multiple occasions depending on the continuity, whether or not we're talking about the live action film, animated film, rebooted timeline for the Mortal Kombat universe that's been once again rebooted. You know, Jax gets his arms ripped off a lot. Now this is made a little bit more ironic for me because I just now realized that the Kameo Jax palette that I am using is from Mortal Kombat 3, which is when he first got his metal arms. So not only is Jax going to be ripping off somebody's arms, he's going to be ripping off someone's arms with the mechanical arms that replaced his arms that were also ripped off. So considering Jax knows exactly what that feels like, this is one sadistic son of a bitch. Like, are you okay, Jax? Do you need help? Do you want someone to talk to? So that's a little bit messed up, buddy. Then again, I might be a little bit mistaken here because I can't remember if Jax actually lost his arms in the original continuity, or if he just had mechanical enhancements put over his natural arms. I legitimately can't remember if back in Mortal Kombat 3 he ended up getting his arms amputated, or if that was just something they introduced in Mortal Kombat 9. Well, I guess I have something to look up now. But anyway, that's going to be just about enough for my part 2 of my rant from earlier. I realize we are the majority of the way through this set against Raiden, and I really have not commented too much on the fight itself. So I took the very first match of the set, and in fact I have won every single round up till that last round. That is the very first one that Raiden has won, and that was mostly due to me not actually finishing off Raiden. Instead, what I was trying to do was weaken him as much as possible without actually killing him. That way I could just do a simple fan toss to knock him into the air and then summon Jax and get that brutality. So since I was not finishing off my opponent, it kept him around in the fight, and as has happened to me on many occasions, that gave him the opportunity to come back in the fight, and he ended up taking that second round. Which now leads to our third and final round of this match. I have to admit, I was feeling pretty good against this opponent. I felt like I could probably win against them, and I had the opportunity to kind of just fish for the brutality if I had to. And that comfort came from the thought that even if I ended up blowing this match against this Raiden individual going for the brutality, it would just go into the third and final match of the entire set, and then I'd have the opportunity to win the set outright if necessary. But let's not hope that this goes into a third match. Let's go ahead and try to win this one with the brutality.
That was fantastic.
Brutality. Kitana wins.
And there it is. That is the no pain, no gain brutality for Jax. Which means it is a farewell to arms for Raiden. And with that one out of the way, I only have one more finisher video to do for Jax, and that's going to be his fatality. I'll get around to that sometime in the near future, hopefully. But yeah, with that brutality out of the way, there's not going to be too much more to say here. We're just going to go ahead and go into the outro. And since I only got the brutality once, don't worry, you will get the opportunity to see it again at the very end of this video. It'll be a proper send-off for this Fatal Friday. But yeah, no pain, no gain. Pretty fun little brutality, had fun doing this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to check out some of the other stuff I have on the Thor's Entertainment channel. I do have other Mortal Kombat 1 finisher videos just like this, all of which can be found under the Mortal Kombat 1 online playlist. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it here for me today. Again, thank you for watching the video, and again, I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
That was fantastic.
Brutality. Kitana wins.